Think you're intermediate because you can knock out a few pull-ups and push-ups? Let me challenge that right now. What if your skill level isn't about how many reps you do, but how much control you actually have over your body? Because here's the surprising truth. Most people in calisthenics aren't stuck because they're weak. They were stuck because they skipped the fundamentals and never realized it. Let me ask you something. When you train, are you chasing numbers or are you chasing mastery? Be honest. If I told you to slow your push-ups down to 5 seconds on the way down, could you still keep perfect form? If I asked you to hang from a bar and pull your shoulders down without bending your elbows, could you do it? Or would your body panic? That reaction right there already tells me a lot about your real skill level. Here's the biggest mistake I see every single day. People label themselves as beginner, intermediate, or advanced based on ego. Beginners rush to look advanced. Intermediates copy advanced skills they're not ready for. And advanced athletes? They're usually the ones quietly obsessing over basics. That's the irony. The higher your real level, the more respect you have for simple things done perfectly. Most athletes think calisthenic skill is about strength. It's not. It's about coordination, positioning, and tension. Strength is just one piece of the puzzle. Imagine trying to build a skyscraper on soft sand. You can add more steel, more floors, more effort, but without a solid foundation, the whole thing wobbles. Your body works the same way. If your core, shoulders, and hips aren't working together, every rep leaks power. Now pay attention, because this is a light bulb moment. Your true calisthenics level is revealed in transitions, not in poses. Anyone can hold a position for a second, but can you move into it with control? Can you move out of it without collapsing? That's where beginners get exposed, intermediates get humbled, and advanced athletes separate themselves. Here's a quick test you can picture right now. Think about a push-up. Not how many you can do, how you do the first one. Do your elbows flare immediately? Does your lower back sag before your chest even moves? Do your shoulders creep up toward your ears like you're stressed out? Those are not small mistakes. Those are signals. Signals that your body doesn't yet understand how to distribute force. And before you get defensive, this isn't a judgment. I've been there. I remember thinking I was strong because I could do reps fast. Then I slowed everything down, and suddenly I felt weak again. That's when progress actually started. Here's the hint I'll give you for now, without revealing everything yet. Your level isn't defined by flashy skills. It's defined by how well you can create full body tension and maintain it while moving. If that sentence feels vague, good. That curiosity you're feeling, that's exactly what we're going to sharpen. So, as you keep listening, don't ask, am I good or bad at calisthenics? Ask a better question. Where does my control break down? Because once you see that clearly, your next level stops being a mystery and starts becoming a system. Think you're intermediate because you can bang out 20 push-ups or a few pull-ups? Let me stop you right there. Because what if I told you your real calisthenics skill level has almost nothing to do with how many reps you can do? Here's the uncomfortable truth most people never hear. You can look strong, feel strong, and still be moving like a beginner without realizing it. And that one misunderstanding is what keeps people stuck for years. Let me ask you something, and answer honestly. If I asked you to slow your movement down by half, same exercise, same reps, would your form stay clean, or would it fall apart? If your body immediately shakes, your shoulders rise, your core switches off, or your breathing goes wild, that's not weakness, that's a lack of control. And control is the real currency of calisthenics. This is where most people get it wrong. They rank themselves by numbers, reps, sets, skills they've unlocked. But calisthenics doesn't care about your ego. Your joints, tendons, and nervous system only care about how well forces move through your body. You can cheat a rep, you can rush a set, but you can't cheat mechanics forever without paying for it. Here's a story I see all the time. Someone starts training. They learn push-ups, then pull-ups. They feel progress fast, so they assume they're intermediate now. They jump into dips, muscle-up attempts, maybe even handstands. And for a while it works. Then suddenly, elbow pain, shoulder tightness, lower back discomfort. They think the solution is rest or more strength, but the real issue was never strength. It was that their foundation was cracked. Think of your body like a skyscraper. The impressive part isn't the glass at the top, it's the invisible foundation underground. If that foundation is weak, every new floor adds stress. In calisthenics, that foundation is your ability to control your spine, shoulders, and hips at the same time. Lose control in one area, and another area overworks to compensate. Here's a light bulb moment most people miss. Your true skill level shows up between reps, not during them. Anyone can hit the bottom of a squat. Anyone can lock out a push-up for a second. But can you smoothly transition into those positions without collapsing? Can you maintain tension when the movement changes direction? That's where beginners struggle, intermediates get exposed, and advanced athletes quietly dominate. Let's make this real. Picture your first push-up rep. Before you even bend your arms, what happens? Do your shoulders slide forward? Does your chest sink before your elbows move? Does your lower back arch like you're trying to show off a logo on your shirt? If yes, that's not just bad form. That's your body telling you it doesn't yet know how to organize itself under load. And here's the tricky part. You might still complete the rep. That's why people get confused. They think it worked, so it must be fine. But calisthenics is deceptive like that. It lets you borrow stability from joints that weren't meant to provide it. Over time, that borrowing turns into pain, plateaus, or both. Now don't tune out thinking, so I'm just a beginner again? That mindset is exactly what holds people back. Skill level isn't a label, it's a snapshot. You might be advanced in one pattern and beginner level in another. Someone can have strong pulling strength but zero shoulder control. Someone else can hold beautiful positions but lack endurance. Real athletes don't chase titles. They chase weak links. Here's a hint I'll give you without fully breaking it down yet. The jump from beginner to intermediate isn't about adding harder exercises. It's about learning to create tensiono, end purpose. And the jump from intermediate to advanced, that's about keeping that tension while breathing, moving, and transitioning under control. If that sounds harder than just doing more reps, it is. That's why so few people do it. Let me challenge your perspective for a second. What if progress wasn't about what you can do, but about what you can't fake anymore? Slow tempos, pauses, clean transitions. These things expose your real level instantly. And once you see that clearly, training stops being random. It becomes precise. So, as you listen to the rest of this, don't worry about where you think you rank. Don't compare yourself to clips online. Ask yourself a better question. Where does my body lose control, and why? Because the moment you can answer that, you're no longer guessing your calisthenics skill level, you're understanding it. And that understanding is where real progress finally begins. Think you're intermediate because you can knock out 20 push-ups or a few pull-ups without stopping? Let me hit you with a hard truth right away. Your calisthenics skill level has very little to do with how many reps you can do. In fact, some of the strongest looking athletes are moving like beginners and don't even know it. And that blind spot is exactly what keeps people stuck, injured, or plateaued for years. Let me ask you something, and really think about it. If I asked you to slow your push-ups down to 5 seconds on the way down, pause for 2 seconds at the bottom, and then push up smoothly, could you keep perfect form? Or would your elbows flare, your shoulders creep toward your ears, and your lower back sag before you even notice? That moment right there is your real skill level showing up. Most people measure progress by numbers. More reps, more sets, harder variations. But calisthenics doesn't reward speed or ego. It rewards control. Your joints don't care how many reps you post online. They care about how cleanly force travels through your body. You can rush sloppy reps for a while, but eventually your shoulders, elbows, or lower back will send you a message. And when that happens, people blame age, genetics, or overtraining, when the real issue was poor mechanics from day one. Here's something almost nobody talks about. Strength is not the foundation of calisthenics. Coordination is. Think of your body like a skyscraper. The impressive part isn't the height, it's the foundation underground. If that foundation is weak, every extra floor adds stress. In your body, that foundation is how well your core, shoulders, and hips work together. Lose control in one area, and another area has to compensate. Now here's a light bulb moment. Your true calisthenics level is exposed in transitions, not positions. Anyone can hold the top of a push-up for a second. Anyone can hang from a bar. But can you move into those positions with control? Can you change direction without collapsing, swinging, or tightening your neck? That's where beginners struggle. Intermediates get humbled, and advanced athletes quietly separate themselves. Picture your very first rep of an exercise. Before the movement even starts, what happens? Do your shoulders roll forward? Does your rib cage flare up? Does your lower back arch like you're trying to cheat the movement? If yes, that's not just bad form. That's your nervous system not knowing how to organize your body under load. The tricky part is this: you might still finish the set. And that's why people stay confused. Calisthenics lets you borrow stability from joints that weren't designed for it. It works until it doesn't. Pain, plateaus, and frustration usually show up long after the mistake started.